appreciate your coming in. Amir, this situation is unprecedented for your country. Unprecedented, Amir, for Pakistan. Do you feel that this is not an ordinary situation that Pakistan has wriggled out of in the past? Because the scale of this entire terrorist attack has put a squeeze of a kind probably Islamabad has not seen in its independent history.
I think we are living in exceptional times, and that's why, whenever we hear about these, terrorist attacks, whether they are in Mumbai lately, in Islamabad, and of course in London where I live, and, New York, we are living in exceptional times. But, I think the lot of debate which I have seen coming out of Indian and Pakistani televisions, we need to move away from sentimentalities, frankly speaking. Accusations are one thing and evidence is completely different. I know that when Condoleezza Rice said, that Pakistan need to show a real sense of urgency, real sense of action and real sense of transparency. But, Pakistan has a point as well that, India needs to go ahead and provide that evidence.
First, Amir, it is very well known. I mean, there is no fact or fiction in this. Hemant Karkare, the brave Indian policeman, was killed by those dastardly, cowardly terrorists when he was going out to attack them. Now,
I think this time things are different. So there's going to be a different price paid by the perpetrators
and
those who back the perpetrators.
What will that be?
I will not provide evidence I have of a burglary to a suspected burglar. So I'm not going to give this evidence to the Pakistanis. I'm going to give it to countries who matter. An FBI team is already here. The Israelis are here. We've got other investigating teams. We're going to give it to them.
But they
can do a far more serious job inside Pakistan than we can.
But America
so this is being done meticulously. I'm not jumping to any...
But America is saying...
let me just complete. This is not being done meticulously. I'm not, jumping to conclusions. What more evidence do they want?
Amir,
all that they have to do is read the magazines of the Dawa.
Amir, you think
all that they have to do is to go by General Javed Ashraf Qazi's statement, and if all right, you don't hand them over to us, prosecute.
Mr. Azim, there's so much confusion in Islamabad. Initially, we had, I'm quoting Mr. Bashir, who is Gilani's spokesperson. On the telephone, it's a recorded comment, it's everywhere. He says the Indian Prime Minister stressed the need of intelligence sharing and evolving a joint strategy. Dr. Singh requested the Prime Minister to send the Director General ISI to help out with the investigations. And the ISI chief will soon leave for India. This is on record. Next day, denial. Next day, saying, give us the evidence. I mean, obviously, there's international exasperation that is growing about, isn't there? Mr. Azim?
Well, the exasperation is because of the fact that neither you are prepared to give us evidence. Various statements are coming out of India from day one. First of all, there was a rival gang warfare going on.
Oh, no.
Then immediately on day one, even as soon as the operation started, everybody started blaming Pakistan and ISI. If you want us to take action, I can just give you a list of 20, 30 people in India, just to the top of my head, and say, I don't care what you do. I just want these people to be eliminated or handed over to me.
But Mr. Azim,
this is not the way you go about things.
Just a basic and rational question I wish to put to you. And I want to get your sense, because you're a highly respected and you're experienced politician. Tell me, Mr. Azim, if 10 young Indians would have gone across to Pakistan, regardless of religion, there's no religious angle here, and if they had travelled by boat to Pakistan, if they have shot up 2 hotels in Pakistan, fired in, say, the Karachi or the Islamabad train station, ended up killing about 200 people, murdered a religious leader and his wife while they were holding their 2-year-old son. I just want to know from you, and if Pakistan was in a situation where it would keep pleading to India, see, these are your nationals, and if India was to turn around to you and say, well, we have no control, we don't know, what would be the reaction, sir, then on the streets of Islamabad and Karachi? How would you be responding?
Sure. Very fair question, but the first thing one would ask is, where is the evidence? If then Pakistan were
to say that we know that they are Indian nationals, all of them are Indian nationals, and we'll show you the route, and
if Pakistan
will
say
we'll show you the sat phones,
without investigating,
yes,
my friend, without investigating, if we were to make such claims, we would look foolish.
Okay.
I say that one has to make, India is not doing itself any favors. India should do it. Look at coolly. It's a very serious situation.
Right.
They should look at very coolly because every time blaming ISI has not helped India. There have been more frequent, blasts, more frequent such occasions have happened in India.
Last comment from Partha. Briefly, Partha.
Please, we request you that, once again, for the sake of peace,
syndrome. And they will soon face up with the evidence when they get it from the Americans and from the others.
Right.
And believe me, this time the squeeze is going to be very different from 2001.
We will see where this goes. But we've had three.
I think this kind of threatening attitude will not get us anywhere.
Those who are responsible for the blood-soaked bodies in Mumbai took that process back, and Amir, everyone knows. Now it's gone beyond candlelight marches.
They need to be found quickly.
It's gone beyond candlelight marches and shows of solidarity. It's gone far beyond that. It's gone far beyond that.
If India has already decided what they're going to do, if India has already decided who is the one who is the guilty party, and they are not going to listen to anybody, they are not going to look at the evidence, and if you have decided already what action you want others to take and what action you are going to take, there's no point us talking involving ourselves in such a debate.
Well, Mr. Azim, India has not responded. I'll wrap it up here. I know Partha wants to say, but let me tell you, Mr. Azim and Amir, India has not decided, and actually the focus is very much...
the international community response.
Right. The focus is on how India responds. We'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for coming and expressing your points of view, three diverse points of view on a very important subject. Tariq, Azim, Amir and Partha. Appreciate the time you spent with us.